Okay, hi guys. I just wanted to introduce myself. This is a series of videos, old style saying, that I'm going to make because I am going on a journey of ketamine for. Okay, so I have had mental illness since I was 20 years old. I'm now 47. I started back when I was 20. I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression, or social anxiety particularly, and depression. Over the years that changed. My early 30s I went through a triggering breakup, or a triggering relationship I should say, and got a lot worse. That time I was diagnosed, it was fluctuating between anxiety and depression and bipolar disorder. Had a few more diagnoses, said bipolar disorder. Keeping in mind I never really got any highs. Actually, I never got high. My mood would fluctuate between probably moderately low depression and mixed kind of moods, never fantastic, maybe up to about a 6 out of 10. Then coming up to just before I had my last baby, I was having frequent mood swings. I worked out that they were 4 times a year, 3 monthly cycles, starting with 2 weeks of agitation, still depressed, about 2 months of depression, and about 2 weeks of normal. So at that stage I went back to a psychiatrist and I said, what's going on? He told me I had bipolar, gave me a script for lamotrigine, and then I got pregnant. Now surprisingly with me, when I get pregnant, all of my symptoms pretty much leave. So these days I'm on quite a handful of medication. When I'm pregnant, I'm able to get off every single medication bar half at the time I was on Lexapro. No one knows why my mental illness disappears when I'm pregnant. It's something that's yet unknown. However, it lasted for 18 months, so 9 months after the baby was born, and then it came back full swing. So then I went to another psychiatrist who supported the bipolar diagnosis. I found I wasn't getting the support I needed. This psychiatrist pretty much said that, there was nothing he could do for me. Oh, he actually said that I had borderline personality traits as well. And he said that there was nothing he could do for me because I needed therapy, and basically I could just go and find my own way. So I decided I wanted to try TMS just as a last resort, because my depressions got pretty severe. They were severe depressions at this stage. I was at the end of my tether. I had no one to help. I'm a single mum. I've got 3 children, 2 grown-up gorgeous girls. But basically I had no psychological support. I had been having counselling on and off since my 20s. I wasn't getting any results from it, and me being my curious mind never ever stops looking for ways that I can help myself. So I decided I wanted to try TMS, and that's where I was so lucky. I happened to be selected by my current psychiatrist, whom I absolutely love, and he's so supportive, and he's very much person-centered. He lets me do what I want to do within reason, and he listens because he knows that the patient is important, and the patient can lead themselves with a bit of guidance. Okay, so this leads me to my next journey. Or in between time, I've tried many medications, antipsychotics, mood stabilizers, antidepressants, none of which completely work. I'm partially responsive to antidepressants. They certainly help symptoms like reactivity and anxiety, but I still get pretty horrendous anxiety, and mood stabilizers do stabilize my moods. Lamotrigine helps the 4 times a year moods I used to get. Lithium helps to flatten moods. So now, on Sunday, I'm about to go to Hawaii for ketamine infusion treatment. ketamine infusions are not available in Australia. I chose to go overseas to have them done. I just want to see if they work. My plan, if they work, I haven't really decided yet, but I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to keep myself stable and give myself a life and give my children a life that we all deserve. So we do have Spravato. Spravato has just come in Australia. It is a nasal ketamine spray. I chose not to go with it for a few reasons. It's not, it doesn't have the results like infusions do in America. Americans use this nasal spray only as an interim to keep the need for infusions a little bit longer. Spravato is under 50% bioavailable, although it does avoid the liver. It doesn't have to go through the liver, which means that there is more available to use. A bit complicated, won't go into that. Infusions are 100% bioavailable, and you get to trip out. Well, there's two modes of action which they're thought to work. One is the psychological benefit, where you can go into a ketamine trip where your ego disassociates from yourself and you can look at your past issues without feeling the horrendous feelings that come with them. So for anyone with any sort of trauma, this is one way that ketamine is said to help. Another way is hitting the biological basis, which is actually getting into the, all the different types of neurotransmitters, which there are about 20 that ketamine hits. Main ones being NMDA. I don't know what it stands for. It's a long whatever. But it's a system that has never been explored by any other sort of psychotropic medication before. So yeah, that's basically my story. I'm hopeful, but as my psychiatrist says, so please don't go getting too hopeful, because maybe it won't work. Oh, and it's meant to work for 50 to 80% of treatment-resistant people with all sorts of conditions, whether it be bipolar disorder, whether it be major depressive disorder, treatment-resistant disorder, borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder. So I just think it will be a wonderful thing. If it works, it will change my life. However, it may not work. I might be one of those 20% or 30% that it doesn't work for. And that's okay too. I'll just go on my journey looking for other things. Okay, I will keep you updated, and just remember to like and subscribe to my channel so you can keep updated with me and my family as I go trekking to Hawaii for ketamine.